Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Another speed build that is part of build month. Yay! It's so fun to get to build again, even if CC windows and doors are still not fixed for me. So just take a moment to say a prayer for CC windows and doors. Thank you, amen. So onto this one. This build has been a build I've been wanting to do for quite a while. Back in the day, I'm going to call it back in the day because it's been that long. I think it was it last year? It was definitely last year. I hit 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube and I decided to do a build challenge, and somebody entered with a house that was inside of a ruin, and I was like, I've seen a reference for this before somewhere, and I thought it was a really cool idea. I really liked the way that they use these ruins from Get Together, and I was like, one day I'm going to do my own one. Today is that day, and guess what? It's a tiny home. I know, it's shocking. This is me, but this is my tiny home thing. I think all the tiny homes I've done so far have not been run-of-the-mill tiny homes. Quite proud of that, actually. There's been like a tiny home over a massive cliff in Granite Falls. There's been many a tiny home for me, and I don't think any of them have been stereotypical tiny homes, unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't think I am wrong. No, I think they've all been a little bit different. So this one, I did play around with these ruin blocks first on another lot because I was going to do a different build. I was actually going to do a commercial lot, and I was like, that's quite a big build. Maybe I should do a smaller one in the meantime so that I can release this one as well to keep the distance between videos equal. So I did this one, and it took me like 2.5 hours after I finished playing around. It did take me like an hour to figure out playing around with these ruin pieces on a different lot before I started recording, but I did it all, and then you'll see I'm like, oh, what's going on with the size? And I'm literally here thinking to myself, how did I manage to do this on the other lot? And I completely forgot that I placed that massive piece of room there to the left hand side that had all my ruin pieces on it. So still, I didn't remember it until I just rewatched the footage back just now, and I realised what an idiot I was, and that I'd left that room there so it was counting towards the total of tiles. So I did delete that and then realised that I have loads of tiles left. I was thinking, oh god, this game is so glitchy. They're miscalculating my tiles. Maybe I had to close the window and reopen it for it to count properly. No, I just had a giant room placed on the lot that I didn't remember about. So yeah, I do end up putting the house back to the original size it was, so we'll just start pulling all of this out again. So yeah, it's quite spacious inside, I'd say. And I was again inspired to do this because there's recently been a house that's been going around like Instagram and Pinterest. That was a house built in ruins, and it has these red JCB beams all over it. Well, not all over it. It's like a big main feature of them, and we got them in with Eco Lifestyle. We got these support beams and columns, I'm going to call them, and yeah, I really thought they'd come in handy with this, and they did. I think if you were going to do something like this in real life, this is exactly how you would kind of, I'm not going to say exactly go constructing it because structurally it may not be that great, but loosely this is kind of the way I'd go about it, because you're not trying to build and reconstruct the ruin, you're just taking it for what it is and making it a feature. I really am obsessed with the fact that the ruins come inside of the house, and that they are the walls for several of the streets have the ruins, and also the way that they go into the bathroom. We end up putting the bathroom, oh, the thing is spinning so much. Let's say wow, I'm spinning so much I can't give you a point of reference of where the bathroom is. Well, it's directly in front of the front door is where the bathroom is, And that wall there is constructed of 2 different pieces of ruin, and I'm obsessed because the way that the ruins dip low there, so it only covers like less than half of the wall. So you can see there from the outside the way that it covers only half of the wall. And then we put the sink. The sink is like attached to the flat of the wall that's new, and then there's ruins underneath. I don't know where, I feel like I've seen an apartment or something that was done in some kind of old block that just has this kind of juxtaposition with ruins and new together, but I just can't remember what it was. That's my favorite part of this, is the wall for the bathroom and the way that mixes together. And then I took a little idea from Felix because I was speaking to him as I was playing with this, and on my little test lot, and he was like, oh, you should do it so it looks like it's part of a larger thing. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So we made it so it looks like it's the original footprint of the build, and that's what I did to the side here. And we've got like the little stairs going up as well. I managed to use those. All of these pieces here are from the Get Together by Debug catalog. You need to type in bb.show hidden objects, and then you type in bb.show live edit objects. That's how you get to the world objects, and they're super useful. I think they're one of my favorite things to be entered, is the fact that we can get all of these objects. They don't unlock everything, but the majority of items in the game you can get unlocked by typing that, and especially these ruins. You'll see like sometimes the end of them, they're kind of empty ends. That's because they were never made to be seen. They were made to be placed together in a certain way, so they don't have an end piece because you don't need that extra stuff that isn't seen normally. That's why you can see through this end bit. But please forgive me, it wasn't me that made it, you know? I'm putting in, they've got little columns that I've broken off, and I'm adding that in. And then of course I'm getting the world plants as well. That's what I love to do to make stuff look like it's supposed to be there, is to use the world plants. So I just filtered by Get Together and took out all the grasses and the trees that are actually surrounding it, so it looked like it was just built here. I do this quite a lot in Windenburg. I think there's quite a few things that I've done where it just naturally looks like it sits in with the landscape, so this didn't want to be too manicured. I do make use of that empty floor plan bit, so we put in like a fire pit, well, not a fire pit, but the fire pit that came with the Jardine, and that's actually technically a fireplace, but I put some poofs around there and just a bench in there. So I kind of wanted to leave it so that you could put whatever you wanted in there. If there's any extra things, I was going to put a hot tub in there, but I didn't. I did end up actually doing a hot tub on the balcony that is outside of the master bedroom. And yes, in case you haven't guessed so far, this is back to my good old days of building. This here house has one bedroom, just one bedroom, and has candles and one bedroom. I feel so at home again. I was doing this, and then I got to doing the kitchen, and I was like putting the kitchen in, and I was like, hold up, I've actually built another kitchen since this kitchen. But it wasn't in my game, so I quit the game and loaded in all of my CC as well. So the only CC that is included in this is stuff that I've been a part of. So the collabs and my own CC, I'll show what case my kitchen, my halcyon kitchen set, that is complete now. So if you look down below in the description box, it's going to take you to the Tumblr post. I'm still going to do Tumblr posts for all these build month builds, and it will have a link to early access there, but it will show you all of the CC that you're going to require for it once it's up on the gallery if you're not a patron. But yeah, and you can just download the kitchen. I'm just telling you about the kitchen because it's free already and you can go and download it. I'm just super super late on ever doing a post to promote it. You know, I still have not, at this point, done pictures of all of the kitchen. I've done several more things since I finished that kitchen, but still haven't taken pictures of it to promote it on Tumblr. I'm sorry, I'm useless, I'm trash, thank you. But yeah, here we are putting in the pit, I'll call it the fireplace, that I was talking about earlier. And we're just keeping it au naturel. Went with a darker colour scheme in this because I just finished the Cape Hacienda build. And I was like, yeah, that was a lot of grey. And now we need an injection of colour. I think I definitely want to do a build that is on the brighter side. I think we're going to try and mix up our colour palettes a bit more. Keep it fresh, keep it going. So yeah, that's the aim of this one. This one is still, it's neutral on the walls. I wanted something that didn't fight with the ruins. They're meant to be like the main feature, and then the walls just need to kind of disappear, you know. Also, the outside is all done in black as well, so that if you do things in black, they recess away. So I wanted the modern structure to not be a feature and wanted it to be all about the ruins, so that's why we use black on the outside. And please forgive me, I have used the floor here from the Star Wars, what's it called, game pack. I'm going to be using them a lot, so sorry if you don't have that. I would suggest you replace it with the Glimmerbrook, what was it? It's kind of like a, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like a shell-shaped outdoor block. I don't know what the pattern's called. Oh, I've just totally left my head. But in Glimmerbrook, they have a really nice flooring as well that's block paving, like cobblestone kind of look. And I suggest that one instead. Or, alternatively, just some terrain paint. But I wanted this courtyard at the back, and the flooring from Star Wars is just delicious. Not gonna lie, it's only 2 swatches. It could have some more. It should have some more. But yeah, I'm gonna be using it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, for I have sinned. But yeah, here we are going in and putting in the kitchen. This is the Halcyon kitchen, just in case you didn't know. It includes appliances. I know, who am I? I've also just realised now that I didn't put in my dishwasher that I made. There is also a matching dishwasher to go with the stove and the fridge. And yeah, this is it. As I said, been so busy I haven't even been able to do a showcase video, which is bad marketing on my point of view. I should be sell, but no. There's just not enough time because I'm just on to creating the next thing. But yeah, here it is, the house and kitchen. It was inspired by, I think, I saw a kitchen and it was like in an Australian home, but I really like this groove. It ended up looking kind of retro, and I didn't intend for it to look like that. And then when I was finished, I was like, this looks kind of retro, right? But we still managed to keep it modern. If you don't use the end pieces and if you just use the regular straight counters, it kind of doesn't look so retro. It's with the curves and stuff like that. I must say the island that goes with it is really, really nice too, so check that out. I did for a second place it down in this build, but we didn't have enough space. This is a small home. I'm going to call it a tiny home just because I like the sound of it better, but it's technically a tier 3 small home because it has like 97 squares. I kind of cheated the, what's it called? The balcony bit. Those tiles there don't count. I just put like a fence around so I could get the trim onto the build. So that's kind of free space. It's a little bit cheaty, but I think you'll forgive me. Because I think I used up quite a few tiles on top of the build actually, because I ended up changing the layout upstairs of the mezzanine level, and I just ended up putting a flat bit of roof on top just to cover up so that everything had indoor lighting. Oh, it's here. I haven't even got to that bit. Yeah, there. That's where I used up all of my tiles. So yeah, the ruins do have the outdoor lighting, but I kind of like it. I can forgive it. I know it's got this slightly blue tinge to it, but I think it's just the small enough an amount that you can kind of get away with still having the outdoor lighting. I didn't want to have indoor lighting because if you have indoor lighting, it goes super duper dark. So from the outside, it doesn't look right. But I knew that I wanted to make it so that the ruins came inside the build as well. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I think it's a very comfortably sized house. I have to say, for what, 96 tiles, and considering I haven't used 96 tiles inside the house, we have quite a bit of outdoor space used as well, but I think I would move my sim into here. It's definitely not a start home. I think it's like 70,000 or something like 76,000. But you know, I think it's worth it. If you like little stylish simmies, you can move in here. If I was staying in here, I'd be upset. I feel like there could be an apartment that is in real life. I said before, I feel like this looks very loft-like, apartment-like, as if like a 2-story apartment. Because it's got that mezzanine, I just keep thinking apartment. But it is a whole entire house. So yeah, we changed up the colour of the sofa there because it was all getting a bit too much black and warm wood combined. So I wanted to change it up and give another colour in there. And as I said, with this one, we were just trying to add in some more colour. So we went a little bit darker with the colour scheme. And this is my favourite bit. This wall here, I am totally in love with the way that looks. Just, if that didn't have outdoor lighting as well, if that was just, I'm just going to take a moment to admire. And it's nothing to do with my handiwork. It just was coincidentally like that. I think I did, though, adjust it. I saw from the inside and I was like, no, I want that to look like it meshes together, so I did move it. And also, I think it's only a tiny bit inside the room, so I could put the toilet up against it and it looks like it's all built in and it's supposed to be there. So yeah, I'm super happy. Also, the stools there that you see, those are also with the housing kitchen. The housing kitchen does include cabinets, counter, island, bar stools that you see there, called the bum stool. They fit your Sims' bums perfectly. There is also a dining table. There are dining chairs. Well, the dining table comes in 2 tile and 3 tile. There's chairs. There is appliances. So there's a fridge, there's a stove, and there's a dishwasher. That's the complete set, I think. Pretty sure it is. Yep, that's it. So yeah, that did take me a while to do kitchens. You always get excited to do kitchens and then you start doing it like, oh my god, how many pieces go into this? Why? I hate myself. That's also what I did with the Jardine. It was my idea to do the kitchen. I was like, I take full responsibility. I shall do it. And that was just after I finished doing the housing kitchen and I didn't want to see another kitchen again, but for some reason I knew that Jardine needed a kitchen, an outdoor kitchen. But luckily for that one, because it's outdoor, decided not to do cabinets with it because, you know, it is meant to be an outdoor kitchen and cabinets are not really a thing you would use outdoors. So they don't have cabinets with them, but the kitchen wall cabinets go perfectly with them, as we said. So yeah, it was at less time because there was only an island and counters required. But every time. I have another kitchen planned in my head as well. And I'm already shaking my head as in why? Why? Why do it? Why are you torturing yourself? It's for the love of good objects. Sometimes you just got to put yourself through a little bit of pain and have nice objects. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you now about something totally off topic because why not? But so I am doing this voiceover on the 7th of October. Yesterday was patch day and I did do a voiceover for the, Cape Hacienda yesterday before patch was out, and I was like, yeah, I think the Sims team, there's so much of a spotlight on them, they're gonna nail these skin tones, nail them. And what did they do? Nope, they did not nail them. no. So today is the day that I say no, bad, no. So I'm going to give the credit where credit is due. They look like they have chucked in a little bit more pigment. Thrown it in there. Into the darkest skin tones. But yeah. Oh my god, we've already gone to screenshots and I've overtalked. But yeah. Skin tones, blah. Let's hope they can improve in the next patch. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye guys!